let me invite our distinguished speakers on the stage. First and foremost, Mr. Achim Burkhardt, Consul General of Germany in Bangalore. He has been a strong promoter of Indo-German bilateral relations. And one of the recent achievements was supporting the visit of Honorable German Chancellor Friedrich Merz visit to Bangalore. Welcome on the stage, Achim. Please take it. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Rajalakshmi Srinivasan. I'm pleased to share that Zoho has recently opened its office in Germany. Rajalakshmi, please welcome on the stage. Then, as we mentioned about aerospace and defense, I would like to invite Mr. Anil Kumar Munaswamy, Managing Director of SLN Technology, who brings his vast experience in aerospace and defense and is working to bridge the India-NRB ecosystem via its future expansion plans at Dusseldorf. And last but not the least, Priyukt, Director of EU region at Shieldwork, who is planning to establish a Center of Excellence in NRW. Ladies and gentlemen, I think a big round of applause for our wonderful panel here. First of all, I think you all have had coffee now. You should be awake to get the inputs from the wonderful esteemed panelists here. So Achim, I mentioned about FTA. Building on the momentum of EU-India FTA and Chancellor Merz's recent visit to India. And of course, today we have our Honorable Mayor of Düsseldorf also present here, and you have seen that all. And first of all, congratulations for the visit of Chancellor Merz to Bangalore. That's a great achievement. So what do you see and how do you see that it will further deeper the engagement between India and Germany? Of course, especially in that technology partnership, investment, and joint innovation in all the aspects. It's over to you.
Thank you so much, Ambika, for having me this morning. You know, I think if you look at the FTA and if you look, for example, at the Chancellor's Merz visit, and if you look at all the delegations coming in, you know, all these visits and the FTA, they have created real momentum for German Indo, NRW Indo, and European Indo relations in a way that we now have, as we say, you have to put it on the street. You know, we have to use that momentum. We have to execute. We have really to take the positive sides of it and make something happen out of this. So I believe a little bit that if you look at the history of German Indo, European Indo trade, you know, it was always looked at the different countries, the different regions, etc., not so much at the European level. And I think now that is very good that we have the European Indo Free Trade Agreement, because as you mentioned before in what you said, North Rhine-Westphalia is in the middle of Europe. So it is not a competition, but it's a very healthy kind of environment you are in, and India can plug into that. So from this kind of very transactional situation, we will come to a more, I would say, innovative, cooperational relationship between our two countries and about, if you want to say so, between India and Europe at large, Germany and North Rhine-Westphalia. So where do I think, and I was thinking about where can I put my focus on? I would say there are three key focuses where we could perhaps enhance our bilateral cooperation. And I think first is advanced manufacturing and industrial AI. You mentioned already what you have all in North Rhine-Westphalia and also in other areas. So if you look at Industry 4.0, which is actually a German invention, which is interesting, so we bring engineering excellence, we bring standards, we bring Industry 4.0, and India, at the other side, brings scale, software capability, and the speed of development. And that is something which I witnessed here in Bangalore so much, that the speed of development in Bangalore is amazing. Together, this all allows us to co-develop smart factories, digital twins, even of towns that we have seen before, and AI-driven product systems. These solutions can be piloted in Germany, scaled in India, and then exported globally. So from local over regional to bilateral to global markets. Second, clean technology and future energy systems. I think In Europe, we already have gone quite a way in this area. And India, with its growing hunger and energy, is a place where all these technologies can thrive, can develop, can be developed together. And I think energy is the future, because still the Indian economy relies very much on fossil fueled energy. And I think we can cooperate in that area in a way that the FTA, plus also the other bilateral agreements and all the delegations really put an impact on. And even if the actual German government is criticized for its stance on how to make its way into the renewable sector, it's committed to it. It's committed to the Paris Agreement. India's committed to the Paris Agreement, and there we really could work on it. And third, there's one point, and we brought the Chancellor there at IISc to the Nano Center. It's semiconductors and resilient deep tech value chain. I think if you look at Bangalore, if you look at Karnataka, and if you look at India at large, the semiconductor industry is something which is one of the highest priorities of the Indian government. And a lot of money is put into it, a lot of brain is put into it, and I think there's a lot Europe, Germany, and North Rhine-Westphalia can somehow give to that processes, and I think that is an area we could cooperate. Just a last remark, perhaps, before I end on the FTA. It is a game changer. If you look at it, 99% of all tariffs will be reduced for India exporting to the EU, and it will be about 96% for all European markets. There are still some open questions, something which we, the Europeans, love. It's geographical indications. So there is still some work to do, but again, this is a real game changer. And I think we now have 25% of the world population and 25% of the world market in one big free trade agreement. I think that speaks for itself. So we all can be very proud of that signing ceremony, of that signing of that agreement, and looking forward to really fill that with meaningful businesses. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akin. So I think your last sentence, that filling the FTA, Indo-EU FTA with meaningful businesses, now is the time for the Indian companies as well. I think from last 3 years, I'm interacting with the Indian companies. Little bit of hesitancy we have seen, little bit of reluctance we have seen, but I think now the time is right. You have the instrument, you have the incentive, and you have now Indo-EU FTA, as our Council General has mentioned. I think you should make use of that opportunity. When we speak about opportunity, I think now I will come to Ms. Rajalakshmi. So mentioning about Zoho, right? So we also motivate the companies to start their operation, expand in NRW or in Germany to that matter. So considering Zoho is the leader in SaaS technology, how is Zoho collaborating with supporting German companies, especially within the Indo-German Technology Alliance, through your office in India as well as at NRW?
Thank you so much. Happy to be part of this panel. Zoho, I'm sure most of you know, it's a software company, and we have products that can cater to your business needs, be it your customer relationship CRM, or for your people management, or for recruit or payment, or bookkeeping, invoicing. A business needs a lot of software, and Zoho has those softwares. So how we contribute is, I would talk in terms of two things. One is with respect to the product, other is with respect to the operations that we have. With respect to the product, we make sure that we have a lot of customers from Germany. So we make sure that we have most of our products translated into the local language, so it is easy for people to use it. And bookkeeping and invoicing is important. So we have released a special edition for Germany for tax filing. So those are some things which actually helps people to make use of the product. So we look at the customer base and we make sure whatever is required for them, we get it into the product. That's from the product perspective. With respect to operations, however we say we are global and we try to operate here from India, it is important to have a local presence. So that makes a lot of difference. We have our partners. We are in business for 30 years now, so we have our partners. Partner ecosystem is very strong in Europe and in Germany also. Some of our oldest partners are 15 years partners with us. So we have long-term partners. But in spite of that, if you have your own presence there, it adds more value. So we recently opened our office in Esan in NRW. It has been very helpful to have a local office. So that, one of our goals is also transnational localism. So we want to promote business locally by giving opportunities, being employment over there. And it has also helped our customers. So from the operation side of it, if you want to take your business globally, it is important to have your presence there. And we already have, and we are seeing the benefits out of it. And with all the support that is available, it's important that you don't have to have a second thought. Go ahead and expand your business.
Thank you so much, Rajlakshmi, to be our brand ambassador as well, that you have mentioned the things which I want you to mention. So yes, of course, it's an important decision to expand your offices, but I think it's a right decision because then you are closer to the market for your further future and further kind of target achievements. So yeah, thank you so much, Rajlakshmi. Now coming back to Anil sir. So from an industry perspective, what are the most promising area for Indo-Germany collaboration in aerospace and defense, especially with NRW partners? And how can SLN Technologies plan expansion in Düsseldorf? So I think you are at the right, stage today. Planned in Düsseldorf support technology transfer, joint R&D and co-creation. So what are your plans ahead?
Yeah, thank you, Ambika ji. And thanks, Jose, for giving this opportunity to speak here. So when we, first let me give you a very brief introduction about SLN, what we do. We are into design and manufacturing of critical systems for aircrafts and satellites and radars and things like that. We make, products like black box for fighter aircrafts, then control systems for, moon mission program. We designed and manufactured control system for India, for ISRO. And we also do a lot of automatic test equipments for aircrafts like LCA. Most of the aircrafts in India are tested using our systems. So when we talk about Germany, what comes to our mind? It's all about engineering excellence. Germany is all about engineering excellence and Industry 4.0 leadership. Now we are moving towards Industry 5.0, and again, Germany is the leader in that. And precision manufacturing. I don't think is there any other country which is better than Germany when it comes to automotive manufacturing and defense and aerospace. That's our strong feeling. And Germany also has a very strong network of SMEs. If you look at Germany, some of the companies which are 25, 30 billion euros are still owned by private families. So that is the strength of Germany. So I was actually looking for opening an office in Europe for a long time. In 23, I visited about 6-7 countries, including Sweden, Finland, Netherlands, Switzerland. My last stop was Germany, but I didn't have time to actually go and meet someone. I came back, and it so happened last year, thanks to Jose, who introduced me to Miss Ambika ji, and they moved so quickly. When we told our desire to open office, they were very quick in giving whatever we wanted. They located a place. They said, you can go here and start. And I just posted one message on LinkedIn. Düsseldorf city administration responded quickly, saying that you tell us what you want. So that's one reason why we want to come here. But I want to just share one small experience. When SLN started in 95, our first business partner was German company. And we thought it is a Swiss company because they were selling products made in Switzerland. Then when I saw the card, it was a GmbH company. Then they said, we do design, manufacturing, everything in Germany, but we put made in Switzerland because they add 20% value and it becomes Swiss product. But actually it is an engineering product, in Germany. So that's my experience, and that's the reason we want to go to Germany and mainly Düsseldorf.
Thank you so much, sir. So I think, as sir has mentioned, that Germany is, of course, is home to lots of Mittelstand companies, right? And I keep on telling in my speeches as well, there are almost 7 lakh SMEs who are present in Germany, who are present in NRW region, actually, not in Germany, NRW region. And as you were mentioning that now we are moving from Industry 4.0 to 5.0, and Germany is the right destination, NRW is the right destination. And I'm sure, sir, opening your office in Düsseldorf, you'll be having a good opportunity there, and we have an entire team to support you. So thank you for joining us today.
Because just I forgot to mention one thing. What India can offer scale manufacturing. So German engineering, precision, but we can offer scale manufacturing, cost-effective engineering. That's another thing. And fast-growing market. So both will be benefited. It's a win-win situation. And of course, policy push, Indian government, how they are supporting. So that's all. Thank you for this opportunity.
I think you rightly mentioned actually that, earlier Indian companies were looking for, of course, and we also still carry that slogan that make in India, but now it is make in India for global expansion, or global world actually. And I think you are at the right time thinking of this decision, and we'll be welcoming you in NRW as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So now coming from the industry, the companies, Mittelstand, now to the startup, and very brilliant startup, Prayukt, in the context of rising AI-driven cyber threats and critical infrastructure, what advantages has Shieldwork gained from expanding to NRW, and how can Indian startup bridge between Indian innovation with German industrial expertise to develop next generation cybersecurity solution for defense? Because cybersecurity is very important topic nowadays, right? So whether it's for defense, for other sectors, what is your position in that, and how Shieldworks is trying to collaborate with the German side and provide the Indian excellence to you? Over to you.
So thank you, Ambika. Thank you, Jose. Great to be here. Fantastic panel. I think I have to connect with them to understand their experiences as well. But just to let everyone know, we are Shieldworks. We are an industrial cybersecurity startup based out of Bangalore. You wouldn't have heard of us because we don't market ourselves beyond word of mouth. And today what we are doing essentially is securing some of the most critical infrastructures out there, right? You're talking about airports, you're talking about the Ministry of Defense, Government of India. We are already there. So Ambika, I mean, see, for us, Germany was the natural choice to go because being a deep tech startup, right? We can't just be in any country, any city out there, right? The first thing is, given a choice, should I be in 80 cities or should I be in 8? I will be in 8 any day. I cannot go into 80 cities. So I have to be very careful about where I go, right? That is one part. Second part is, when we explored in our way, what we found was that the ecosystem was already ready to absorb us, right? From a research standpoint, like you mentioned, there are cybersecurity clusters out there. There are industrial clusters out there. And what we found was that there was a whole ecosystem that was ready to embrace us, right? And that is a rarity in today's day and age, right? So that was a big factor for us. And like I told you, we never looked back after I met you, Ambika, thanks to Jose, and the kind of help that you extended for us. So everything fell in place in a very short duration. And we have opened our office in Bonn. We're looking at some very strong regional partnerships now across, and we are looking at Bonn as our gateway to EU. And we are not going there just to exploit the market. That is not Shieldworks' philosophy. That's not something we believe in. We will go there not as an Indian company, we'll go there as a German company and grow out of Germany and build something of value that the whole of EU can cherish. And we will work with everyone out there because cybersecurity at the end of the day is nothing without collaboration, right? So we will contribute to the ecosystem that is so, that has embraced us so well. There is lots that we owe back to Germany and the EU. And I'm sure that you will see a lot of that going back from us to you and Germany as well. So thank you, Ambika. I can never thank Ambika enough for all the guidance that she has provided. A lot of it without me even asking. When I went and met Ambika for the first time, few things were clear, a lot of things were not there. But thanks to Ambika and her team, we are in absolute safe hands. So if you're a deep tech startup, looking at going to NRW, going to Europe. I don't have to say anything more.
Thank you, Prayukt. And I think he has mentioned Ambika many times, but it is I think it is equivalent to NRW. So when he's mentioning Ambika means NRW is promoting him, NRW is supporting him. Today we have entire team from Düsseldorf. So you take it like that. So thank you so much, Prayukt. I think we are running out of time. So maybe very quickly, one last question to all of you, kind of a rapid fire. So you have already given the answer in your earlier question as well. But quickly, what message do you want to give to the Indian companies who are present in the room? How should they make use of these opportunities? And of course, whether they want to expand to Germany or NRW. So over to you, Achim, maybe the first one, you to go.
As I said, make it happen. It's all there. It's just open. Take the opportunities and ask the ones who can bridge it. You can bridge the gap. It might be the IGCC, it might be North Rhine-Westphalia, it might be Düsseldorf, it might be others. Just go to the people who know, who have connections, and make it happen.
Okay, I would say wherever you want to expand, first travel to that place. Just take a tour to that place. Once you go to that place, you will see the kind of opportunities that are available, because sitting here, we can only talk, we can only imagine. Go in person, then you will look out for opportunities that are, you wouldn't even thought of it, and there is already support system available, so it's easy for you to expand.
I think, Germany offers something very unique, like special materials required for aerospace and defense. And they also have the engineering knowledge and technology how to make. Special material is one thing, but you should know the technology how to do that. And that is where we see a huge benefit of working with German companies. And Germany also offers a great platform for startup companies. In fact, when I was talking to NRW, I introduced my son to Ambika ji, and my son started, a startup company, again in aerospace and defense last year. He said, I am going to open in Germany. And he said, this is the place where we should be going. Then I asked him, what is the reason? He said, he explained me so many things. They offer plug-and-play facility, which is free of charge. You can, for 6 months or something like that, which no other country offers. And also, you can network with so many other universities and colleges and other, startup hubs. So these are the two major things I recommend companies to go to Germany, especially to NRW. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the only point I'd like to add, Ambika, is that I think the Indian companies should essentially look at leveraging what is already available there, which is, as I said, the research ecosystem is there. So use all that to build something for Germany and for you, right? That's the way, that should be the approach. This market will challenge you, right? It's not like going to be a cakewalk that you walk in with a ready-made product and you expect the adoption to immediately happen. Don't go in with that kind of a mindset. Instead, go in and see there's a lot of research potential that is sitting right out there in NRW, and all the partner ecosystem and everything else, all these clusters that are there. I think it's an ecosystem built for innovation, and I think you should have a very clear strategy focused on growth, development, and R&D for EU and Germany out of NRW.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I think that was wonderful thoughts from your side. Just to summarize that, I think message or the last message for the Indian company is that move forward, access ecosystems, scale to global markets through Indo NRW Alliance. Thank you so much.